Here's a few things to consider when you go backpacking or hiking. I picked up some Dude wipes. I hope you know what that's for. Keep you refreshed and nice and good. Made in USA. 48 flushable wipes. Definitely got to have these guys. I picked these up. These are basically buttons for your pants. And my pants wear a button that I slide through a hole. If that button ever snaps, I mean, I could use some paracord. I could use something like that, I guess. But this was so light, I was like, I'm just going to throw this in my sewing kit. And if I ever get a pair of pants that break when I'm out in the bush, or even a shirt for that matter, I could, put these buttons on and continue on hiking. The other thing I bought was these nylon bags. They're not your regular nylon. They're a little stiffer, a little waterproof. They come in multiple sizes, so you can't go wrong. I was looking for a bag for my pot set because my bag I had on there originally was just too tight. So this came in multiple sizes, so I was able to try different bags and find the one that actually fits. And you're always going to need bags. I don't really care what you do. You're going to need bags to put stuff in. And nylon is really, really light. The other thing I picked up was this Nitecore headlight. And probably the most expensive thing. It was around 60 bucks. I'll have a link in the bottom for this stuff. But all my stuff that runs on batteries has now been changing over to where the battery is built into the unit. And like my camera batteries, everything's coming in tighter packages. So the only thing I had left was my headlamp. I was like looking at my headlamp, and my headlamp took 3 AAA batteries. And if I wanted to be chargeable, I'd have to carry a charger. I'd have to carry a couple sets of AAA batteries. And it was something that I could remove the weight on. So I went with a more powerful type of headlamp. And this thing can actually shoot right down. It don't come off. This thing feels really good. Really good. Easy to turn on. You knew exactly which button was which and how you actually use it. So I was quite impressed by how easy it was to turn on, turn off. And the battery's built into it. So you just plug a USB cable into it and charge it. Now, a lot of people in comment sections and reviews kept saying, oh, you blew it. Why didn't you allow us to change the battery? And I didn't want that. Now, some guys are saying, you're only going to be able to charge it so long, and then it's going to go in the garbage. You're going to have to get a new one. I think it'll last quite a long time. If it lasts a couple of years, then maybe it's time to buy a new one, just because things get better, lighter, stronger. I mean, it's just the way things go. But it does feel good. And it gets up high enough in the lumens where I could use it for video recording. So it served as not only walking at night or around camp. And I wanted something that got pretty bright. I wanted something that if I got to set my tent up at night, I can see what I'm doing and I'm not fumbling with not enough light. This did have, if I click it twice, it does have a booster battery. Like it goes to 1200 lumens. I don't think it's something I would use, because it only stays at 1200 lumens for, seconds. I think it's like 10 seconds or something because of how much it heats up. But I could see using that for a bear or something that come along on the trail I didn't want coming near me, where the light could possibly scare it or blind it for a few seconds for me to get away. I could see using it in that particular option, or seeing quite a ways down the trail if I heard a noise I couldn't see. It may come in line, you go up, you double click it twice, and you can really see quite a ways of what's going on. I could see using it for that. But for the amount of lumens it puts out, I think it's 800, and then it runs for like 2 hours straight before you got to charge it, and it only takes 2 hours to charge. Now, I carry a big battery pack because I charge my cameras. There's quite a bit of gear I plug into it that charges. Cell phone, whatever I've got on me. So this is just another unit that I can just plug in and charge instead of having to carry batteries. So I don't carry any batteries except my batteries for my camera. That's it. I don't carry any other, and that goes in a special case. but I don't carry any batteries whatsoever. Everything's self-contained. And the headlamp is quite waterproof also, so you can run with it, you can jog with it. Feels good on the head. It has a type of silicone that goes across your forehead when you got this on, and when you're sweating, the sweat stays out of your eyes and basically pushes the sweat to the side. They thought of quite a few things with these new headlamps and stuff they're bringing out compared to what I used to. My other headlamp is, I don't know, it's like 10 years old. It's time for a new one. And I've been slowly upgrading a lot of my gear, looking at it and saying, can I go lighter with that? Is there something better? And because some of my gear is well over 10 years old. So I've been looking at a lot of different stuff and getting it upgraded and just make hiking more enjoyable. So I'll have some of these links in the bottom. You want to pick up something for your pants. Dude wipes. I don't know. These are probably more expensive than your Walmart brands, but, you know, they are made in USA. And there is quite a bit in there. 48. I mean, that's quite a bit. You know, that'll last me all summer. So the only thing I didn't like about these, and maybe I got to think of something different. I mean, if you're going out for, say, a weekend, I mean, how many wipes are you going to use? I mean, 10 maybe? I mean, I guess I could take some of these out, throw them in a Ziploc, and then throw them in my pack instead of taking this whole package, because it does have quite a bit of weight to it. So if you're going out for a weekend, I mean, I necessarily wouldn't take this whole thing. And the lid just pops off like that. So, I don't know. And they're kind of damp. They're not soaking wet. You know, you can always put a little water on it if you want to make it a little moisture. But, like I said, pull some out, throw them in a Ziploc. If you're going out for a weekend, I wouldn't take the whole package. So there's some ideas of things you never thought of. Or maybe you're in the market for a new headlight. They do make another one. And I'm sorry for rambling. They made another one I was looking at that was like $40, but the lumens wasn't as high. So I thought, well, this is probably, I think they say it's the lightest for the amount of battery this thing uses. Basically, the type of weight you're using, it's the lightest you can get. And it does feel like, I don't even feel it on my head. I mean, I really don't. And a lot of headlamps, when you do this, you can usually feel them. I don't feel it at all. You know, easy to adjust. The only thing I don't like about this headlamp, you see this stuff here? It says Nitecore, and that's all reflective. I don't like that. So I might take this apart later today, and I might just paint this black and get rid of that that reflection. I don't like things that reflect. Never have. So here's some ideas. Let me know what you guys think. Have you been upgrading your gear? Have you been taking a look at things you can change out and make better that you believe will be better for you? Let me know in the comment section. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.